Hi, everybody. It's Megan Schoaf, your transparent realtor, and I am here to bring you the November 2025 market update. First, we're going to start in Cumberland County, where the average days on market was 51 days on the market, which means 51 days from the house going live on the market until it was under contract for a buyer to purchase the property. There were 1,177 active listings on the market. 392 listings came on the market, and only 233 of those houses sold. The most economical property in Cumberland County was sold for $36,000 at 1622 Shaw Road in Fayetteville. The median house that sold in Cumberland County sold for $264,000, and that was at 704 Glenwood Drive in Fayetteville. And then the most expensive property that sold in Cumberland County sold for $757,500, and that was at 2220 Winterlochen Road in Fayetteville. Next, we have Harnett County, which is just north of Cumberland County, Spring Lake, Cameron areas. You have the average days on market at 73 days. Active listings on the market were 385 active residential properties. 87 new homes came on the market, and only 75 of those sold. So again, we're seeing more homes coming on the market than we are seeing purchased. In Harnett County, the most economical property that was bought was sold for $99,900 at 644 Moores Chapel Road in Lillington. The median home that sold in Harnett County was for $349,000 at 294 Alice Trace Place in Angier. And then the most expensive property that was sold in Harnett County in November of 2025 sold for $1,125,000, and that was on Man Road in Coates, North Carolina. Next, we're going to talk about Hoke County, which is just south of Cumberland County, so Raeford, Red Springs area. Your average days on market in Hoke County was 78 days. There were 288 active listings on the market. 95 of them came on the market in November, and 78 houses sold in Hoke County in November of 2025. The most economical property that sold in Hoke County for $50,000, and that was located at 2260 Hare Road in Shannon. The median house that sold in Raeford sold for $319,900, and that was on 659 Union Street in Raeford. The most expensive property that sold in Hoke County sold for $1,780,000, and that was at 470 Pandier Estate Drive in Raeford. Lastly, we're going to talk about Moore County, which is west of Cumberland County. That's where Pinehurst, the other part of Cameron, Southern Pines, Whispering Pines, and Aberdeen are all located. In Moore County, the average days on market was 88.5 days. There were 728 active residential properties on the market. 152 new residential homes came on the market, and only 142 of them sold. So we're consistently seeing that across all 4 counties in the area, that more homes are coming on the market that are being purchased even in November. This is where pricing and condition of your property really comes into play. The most economical property in Moore County sold for $33,000, and that was at 148 Herman Drive in Carthage. The median property in Moore County sold for $454,638, and that was at 512 Grassy Gap Trail 69 in Aberdeen. And then the most expensive property that sold in Moore County in November of 2025 sold for $3,300,000, and that was at 70 Cypress Point Drive in Pinehurst. So if you're interested in finding out what these numbers could mean for you both as a buyer and the seller, please feel free to reach out. I would love to interpret these numbers as they're applicable to your situation. And always, I'm open to any conversation that you want to have about real estate if it helps you understand and navigate the market a little bit more confidently. And if you find my content to be helpful at all to anybody or yourself, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe my content. It would mean the world to me. And as always, this is Megan Schoaf, your transparent realtor. Real estate, real talk, transparent guidance. Until next time, guys.